Hello kids, and welcome to our Kids Mind Bible story. I am your teacher James, and remember, this is where we learn, we laugh, and we explore. So kids, last time we spoke about the book of John chapter 3 verse 16, but today I have prepared for you another interesting topic, and today we are going to be focusing on the promise. Kids, by show of hands, how many of you know what a promise is? Do you know what a promise is? If you do not know, you should thank your teacher here, because I have prepared a very interesting story that will help you understand about a promise. And I am going to start by reading from the book of Genesis chapter 27 from verse 1, and I am going to start Genesis chapter 27 from verse 1 up to verse 4. So, are we there? I am going to read, and it says like this, Genesis chapter 27 from verse 1 up to verse 4. And it came to pass that when Isaac was old, and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest son, and said unto him, My son. And he said unto him, Behold, here am I. And he said, Behold, now I am old, I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver, and thy bows, and go out to the field, and take me some venison, and make me savory meat such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. So today we are going to be looking at the story of Jacob and Esau, and how Jacob was able to receive blessings instead of Esau. So kids, as I have told you earlier, today we are going to be focusing on about the promise. And for you who do not understand what a promise is, I am going to briefly explain to you about a promise. So a promise, this is a declaration or an assurance that somebody is going to do that particular thing that he has said or told you. A promise is a declaration or an assurance that something is going to be done. So if somebody tells you that he is going to do something, that he or she must have a promise. Okay? So if I promise you something, then it means whatever thing I have told you, I am going to do it. So here we have seen the story of Isaac blessing Jacob. And most of you, I know you have listened to this story most of the time. But now most of you, I know you normally say like this, Jacob was a liar. Jacob was able to receive the blessings because he lied to his father. It is true, if you read the Bible, he actually lied that he was Esau, instead of saying he was Jacob. But now, instead of him receiving a curse, he was able to receive a blessing. And now, why was he able to receive this blessing? And that is why our topic today is about the promise. So Jacob was able to receive blessings because there was the promise. So to help you understand about the promise, we are going to look from the book of Romans chapter 9 from verse 9. Okay? We are going to read from the book of Romans chapter 9 from verse 9, and it says, For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth, it was said unto her, The elder shall serve the younger. So this is the promise that God was able to give unto Sarah. He said like this, the eldest shall serve the younger. Before Rebecca was able to conceive, she was able to remember about the promise that God had promised her. The elder shall serve the younger. And in this case, the elder is Esau and the younger is who? Is Jacob. So this is the promise that already God had promised. Now at this particular time and moment, when we go back to the book of Genesis, when now Isaac wanted to bless Esau, the mother Rebecca remembered about that incident. For sure, the last time God had promised that Jacob was supposed to be served by Esau. And maybe this is the chance. This is the instance whereby God had created for Jacob to be able to receive the blessings. And now you see continuously as you read this story, you can be able to understand how now Rebecca is starting to do the preparations for who? For Jacob to receive the blessings. The father had said like this, verse 2, Genesis chapter 27 verse 2, and he said, behold, now I am old, I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quivers, and thy bow, and go out to the field, and take me some venisons, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may be able to bless thee. So this is the condition that the father had given to who? To Esau. Hey, my son, right now I am very old, and now when I look at myself, my days are soon coming to an end. And now before I die, I want to do this one thing. I want to bless you. Now I want you to listen to me keenly. To do what? To listen keenly. This is what you are going to do. I want you to go and fetch me meat. Come and prepare me savory meat such as I love. And after you have prepared this for me, I am going to bless you. This is the condition that Isaac had given to Esau. And now, from a distance, the mother was listening. So from a distance, Rebecca was listening. So Isaac wants to bless Esau. So I am going to inform this to my youngest son. I'm going to inform this to Jacob. And then she ran. She called Jacob. Hey, Jacob, come quickly. I want to tell you something. So I overheard your father doing like this and like this and like this. So I want you to do like this. Listen to me carefully. I want you to go and bring me two kids of a goat. Then I am going to prepare the favorite meat that your father loves. And you are going to take this meat to your father. And your father is going to bless you. So as the mother was doing this, in her heart, she did not have any condemnation. She did not have any worries, because already the Lord had promised her, hey, this is the chance that the Lord has prepared. For who? For Jacob to receive the blessings. And now all the preparation for Jacob to receive the blessings, now the mother is doing all of this. But when you look at the heart of Jacob, she had this worry. Hey, mom, when you don't know about Esau, hey, he's a very hairy man. Look at me, my skin is very smooth. How can I be able to receive blessings? If I go to my father, and if my father is going to fail me, then instead of me receiving a blessing, I am going to be cursed. Kids, how many of you would like to receive a curse? Yes, very true. None of us would like to receive a curse. And at this particular time and moment, Jacob also had the same worries as you have right now. And now, for Jacob to receive the blessings, then it means the preparations of the mother were supposed to be perfect. In that the father at any given point could not be able to identify or see these weaknesses and lackings. And now the mother called Jacob, hey, come my son. He took the skin, he covered his smooth skin, he covered it with the skin of a goat. And now he did all the preparation. Hey, go and bring your brother's clothes. He took the clothes. He was able to tell Jacob to wear them. And now when Jacob now was going before the father, even though he had the worries that I might be able to receive the curse instead of a blessing, then the mother was able to tell him this one thing. Hey, Jacob, you only need to listen to me. You should not worry about any other thing. Even if you receive a curse, then let that curse be upon me. So in the heart of Jacob, all the worries that he had, all of them, the mother was able to take care of it. So why is it that the mother was able to take care of all these things? Because in her heart, she was able to remember the promise. And if God has promised, then there is no given chance that God can be able to go back and say, hey, who told you like this? I lied to you. I was just joking. God does not do that. Okay? So the promise is something that assures that whatever thing that has been able to be spoken unto you is going to be fulfilled. So already Rebekah had received the promise. And this is why boldly, confidently, without any condemnation, she's doing all the preparation. And at the end of it all, when now Jacob was able to go before the father, hey, who are you, my son? Did you, if you read this story, did you hear anywhere that Jacob was able to mention, hey, my father, I am Jacob. Hey, it is because of my mother. She lied to me here. She forced me to come here so that I can be able to receive the blessings. Jacob did not say like that. Because already the doubts that Jacob had inside of her heart, the mother had taken care of all of them. Then boldly Jacob was able to say to his father, hey, I am Esau, your firstborn. Hey, can you come close? I need to feel you. Hey, he went. Hey, the father felt. Hey, my son, if I listen to you, the voice that I am able to hear is the voice of Jacob. But now if I feel you, if I touch you, if I smell you, it seems as if this is my son Esau. So this is what, this is the situation that the father had prepared. But now if you look at this story from the Bible, now all the conditions that Jacob was able to go with before the father, it is who that prepared? The mother prepared. Okay? Yes. As you live your life, you need to ask yourself this one question. Do you have the promise? For sure, if you have the promise, then without fail, whatever thing that has been spoken to you by God, then that is the promise of God towards you. And without fail, God is going to fulfill it. So, do you have any promise? Ask yourself if you have a promise. For sure, if you want God to work inside of your life, as young as you are, then you need to understand what? About the promise. So if God promises, God cannot go back. God promised Isaac, hey, you are going to have a son. Even though in the heart of Rebekah she laughed, hey, how can I be able to receive a son at this age? She laughed. But now because already God had promised, then God was able to fulfill it. Okay? So in the same way, when you look at the Bible has very, very many promises that the Lord has prepared for each and every one of you. So you need to sit back and ask yourself, which promise do I have? God loves all of us very much, and this is why he was able to write this precious Bible unto us. This is the promise of God unto us. And as I have been able to explain unto you, a promise is a what? An assurance that whatever thing has been spoken to you is going to be fulfilled. So, kids, because of time, I am going to end my class here. But now, remember this one thing, you need to have a promise. If you have the promise, just like Rebekah, who received the promise that the younger shall be served by the eldest, so in the same way, God was able to fulfill that. And instead of Jacob receiving the curse, because of that promise between God and Rebekah, then Jacob could be able to receive what? Could receive the blessings. So in the same way, if you have the promise, then it means God is more than willing to work for you through that promise. So kids, I am going to end my story here. I have been your teacher, Teacher James, and I hope you have been able to learn and explore these interesting stories and be able to understand about the promise of God. God is the one who wants to speak and to work unto us using his promise. So do you have a promise? If you don't have a promise, don't worry. We have very many verses in the Bible. Just go, read the Bible, and you are going to receive your promise. Until next time, I have been your teacher, Teacher James. Bye-bye.